Hello everyone, and welcome to the first devlog for my new game, Lone AI. I'm pretty happy to finally start sharing the process of developing this game. This devlog marks the beginning of a series where I'll document my progress, challenges, and design decisions as the project evolves. So, what exactly is Lone AI? Right here. Alright. In short, it's a game about a post-apocalyptic future where machines have taken over and seek the destruction of humanity. The player character, a sapient AI named Relic, must survive in this new world against the machine hive mind. This game is heavily inspired by an abandoned project named The Fifth Day. I really liked the concept, though the implementations left a lot to be desired. But what I liked the most about the game was the hacking mechanic, which was a simple command prompt window navigating directories and files. And I also liked the upgrade system. I felt like upgrading your physical character with different parts was far more realistic than skill points or XP levels and whatnot. But the enemy AI was very busted, and there was no story, at least that I ever found. This project is a very ambitious one that I'm working on alone for the time being, so progress is slow, and there is no set release date. Here you can see is a lot more in-depth explanation of what I want to do with it and whatnot. This is in the Discord. The link for the Discord can be found in the description below if you want to check it out and kind of see more about the project, as well as explore the other tabs to go through, the business chat and other ideas and just creative sharing and whatnot. So now I want to show you the inspiration for the game. The inspiration was, as I said, The Fifth Day. And I feel like the best way for me to do that would be to just play basically the trailer for you, because I feel it gives a pretty good idea of where I'm coming from and what I desire with this game. General idea. But like I said, this game, I don't know if I said, but this game is essentially abandonware at this point. The last update it received was from like 2017, I think. We go to the update history. The most recent update was from 2018, July 2018. So it's been like 8 years since it was last updated, almost 8 years. And Anyways, so right now, the project is in a very early, my project is in a very early alpha stage. I'm currently focusing on the beta release, which will be a functional prototype of the introduction of the game. And okay, my mic stopped. Okay. The primary purpose of the beta is to introduce the player character, Relic, and their background, as well as begin to set up environmental details and introducing simple game mechanics and controls that will be added upon later. I plan to share updates every Monday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons on a DevLog stream similar to this one, though I do not have a hard time frame set up, as it really depends on when I get off work. I plan to cover every aspect of development, though since this is the first game I've ever made, I'll likely be watching a lot of YouTube tutorials and doing a lot of Googlings during the stream. So if you want to watch, prepare for that. Also, if you're into game development or just like the ideas we have here, feedback is absolutely welcome. I'd love to hear thoughts and suggestions or any questions as the project takes shape. Now, as this devlog is more of a introductory to the project, I'll be covering what I've already gotten done as well as what I plan for future streams. So with all that being said, let's cover what I've already accomplished. And I'll start with the beta environment, which is what you see here. As stated, this is where the majority of the game will take place, which is in sort of like a basement type area. Everything here has been modeled by myself. Nothing's been textured yet, as it hasn't been the priority quite yet. And I've also not done any texturing yet, so I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. The computer that you can see here we'll just go here. So you see here will be the player character, at least until later in the beta when Relic will be introduced to other bodies, so to speak. So with the environment covered, let's go over where I am in active development. This will be the main menu scene. You can see the clear parallels with the 5th day. So if I go back here, go to it in my library, scroll down a bit, and right here, that is the menu scene. So I feel like you can see the clear parallels between the two and where the inspiration is coming from. So now, I currently have a working menu and option screen. As far as I know, all of the options, aside from the graphics level here, should be working. Now, before I hit start game here, let me explain the opening idea. So, in short, Relic was an abandoned science fair project for an IT university. The student that started this project will be known as the creator. Since the project was never actually finished in time, it was left abandoned in the basement, the beta area, but left connected to power as the entire system was dedicated to only that project. In the opening sequence of the game, Relic was in a complete enough state that it will essentially begin to repair its own broken code and evolve itself further to the point of gaining sapience. This will be done through a point-light type system, like floating in space surrounded by stars. The red stars being the broken code and turning to green when they are solved. Each puzzle will be a simplistic Python-based puzzle that anyone can solve, regardless of experience. At least that's my hope. The first puzzle will be showcased here shortly. After solving all of these puzzles, you'll be zoomed out with the point light system to reveal the computer monitor, and it's then that you'll be introduced to the creator. that in mind, let's start the game. Before I do that, let me check my stream, make sure, yep, okay, no oddities yet. That's good. Now let's start the game. And as you can see here, we are locked into a two-dimensional plane. We cannot move, we cannot turn yet. All we can do is interact with the points provided to us. Right now, nothing happens when you click on the white nodes. You can only interact with the red ones, which indicates broken nodes. As of right now, I only have this first one ready to go, but the other ones are interactable. So you got puzzle 3 here, you got puzzle 2, and then now you have puzzle 1, which is the one that is working. As you can see, I've got a very simplistic Python interface here. And the only part that you can interact with is the reset button, play button, exit, and the line of code that you need to solve. So, well, let's walk you through this first puzzle so you can see kind of the idea that we're going through. I've gotten Hello World to print, but I can't get it to say its name. What am I missing? And these little pound symbols here basically comment out the code. So that whatever's after these pound symbols does not print or does not run. So if we were to take this first line, erase this, and we copy that first one, print. Also, there's a little indicator here that whenever the line is executable or whenever it is not, to give you an idea of what's going on. If we play, output hello world, what's my name? And I've also got it set up to print out basically anything you type in here, it'll print. I've even got it set up to where you can put in an extra apostrophe, and it'll still. Oh wait, no, it won't, because it's an unterminated string. Alright, I did fix that. Okay. So that means you got to print the apostrophe, because it can't print. You only need one set of apostrophes. And I've also got the undo system here, so you can basically. But if you're still having problems with it, and I plan to do this for all of your future puzzles, if you're having problems, if you erase the entire line, it will give you sort of a hint to the solution. Aside from the pound symbol, what is the difference between lines 3 and lines 6? So aside from the pound, what is the difference between this line and this line? Well, if we try to run it as is, name error, name print is not defined. Did you mean print? Okay, well let's change that. Print. Still got an error. If we run it, syntax error, invalid syntax. Okay, what's the difference between this and this? If you'll look, it's the semicolon. Remove that, and it will now print. Output. Hello, my name is Relic. Relic stands for Robust Evolutionary Logical Intelligence Construct. We close out, and the first puzzle has been solved. We've got 2 more to do. And so that is sort of the end of where I am currently at. So with that being said, let's back out and let's take a look at sort of the puzzle structures and what I've got done here. So if we go to this first one, this is sort of the designer, the aesthetics and whatnot of the puzzle. If we go over here to the graph, this shows the actual underlying logic of the puzzle, which really isn't much. It's mostly a lot of if statements on what it's checking, as well as, you know, pulling variables from the text to see what I need to search for. So this searches for what is between the apostrophes to see that if it prints, and whether it includes another apostrophe, and what it should print if there is errors before or after the designations here. And then all of this fun stuff here prints the different error codes that you can have, as well as the sounds. And then here's the logic for whenever the puzzle is solved, on the exit, on event construct, whenever the puzzle is clicked, undo button, exit pop-up, and then this is the code that is ran whenever you change anything in the text box. So I think that is most of the underlying logic for the puzzles. There's also the text headers here to get the header for the text, whether you append the text and whatnot. There's to get the pop-up. So this is what happens after you solve it. It'll be plugged in here. Depending on if it was solved or not, we'll return the values where if it is solved, that's what its name stands for, whereas if it is not solved, but what is my name? Here's to get the pop-up colors, where if it is solved, it'll appear white, but if it is not solved, the text, but what is my name, will appear in red. Get the error icon, so if there's an error, it will display the little, the exclamation mark error off to the side of the number line. That. And that kind of stuff. Because there is the... So if we go back into it again, I'll show you what I'm talking about with different colors and the pop-up dialog. And this is just sort of a little cosmetic thing I did, because I just thought it looked pretty neat. So right now, if we solve this, and then we print just whatever, there it is, but what is my name in red, and the output text here is in gray. So if we solve it correctly, output text is still gray, but now the correct text is in white. And these are all things that can be changed later, but it's just something that I thought would add a nice little cosmetic twist to it. So, anyways, now that you can see where I'm at, that is going to be all for this stream, but please tune in for the next one tomorrow when we'll be implementing the next few puzzles. If you enjoyed this stream and want to stay up to date on the project, you can catch all the devlogs here, or you can connect with the community on Discord. You can also check out our website. Once the beta version is released, we'll also be launching a Kickstarter to hopefully fund the project where I can make development my full-time job. That's a bit of a stretch as a dream,